I'm personally concerned about the people.
We got Cliff.
At the people of Southwest. 4 years ago, unbeknown to the Lavoisian people, they went to and protected the country of Israel. And I feel like this president is just on the border of doing something like that now, primarily because I think Syria is going to go into that area and things like that. And I think if it wasn't close to election time, he would have done it all beforehand. And number two, sir, how are we going to combat all this nasty, hateful bullshit that's flying out about you?
Okay, let me first of all, Cliff told me something today that was truly astounding that I really didn't know. That I believe that you told me that the United States Air Force was actually a branch of military service, and I'm always amazed in this job how much I do learn on a daily basis, and that's stunned me.
Let's see you fly play.
My test scores weren't there. Let me just say this. Here's my fundamental concern about what this president might do. And I take this from experience. In 1980, I was in the Middle East with the United States Marine Corps. I was a lieutenant. I was a rifle platoon commander. And so, so initially we were sent up to Norway to do some amphibious exercises up there. And then what they did, and we knew that we were going to go to the Mediterranean after that. But then what they did is they took us and took who they wanted off a much larger operation. Battalion, landing team, reinforced, joined carrier strike group, went to the Gulf of Oman, waiting for further orders, briefed one day about taking the islands in the Straits of Hormuz in October of 1980, right before the election. Absolutely a risk-free operation. Soviet Union, concerned about their intervention, they only had one company of naval infantry in the area, totally inability to respond, islands too small for airborne. Then Iran, total disarray. The Ayatollah Khomeini had threatened that he was going to block the straits to the flow of oil to the west. Never moved, but never did anything to actually affect that. Iraq had just attacked Iran. Their military was in total disarray. So this was about as risk-free military operation as you could possibly get, and about as superficial as you could possibly get. And it appeared in a column by Jack Anderson of the Washington Post that there was going to be an October surprise. And at that, I was at a level where I certainly wasn't a part of the decision-making process, but at that point in time, we spent 45 days there and then did nothing. And so what I've learned since then, at least anecdotally, is that the theory is that somebody inside the Pentagon that was sympathetic to Ronald Reagan, that saw the mission as superficial as what it was, leaked it to Jack Anderson and let the story get out. So would Barack Obama do something that Jimmy Carter maybe would have done, as we did, that would be superficial, that would not be substantive, but would be a rally around the flag for the American people to boast his presidency? I don't know. I don't know that. But that was interesting in terms of my own experience being there. Okay.